Oh my. Looks like someone needs a little warming up.
Whew. What a tough fight.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Oh my. Looks like someone needs a little warming up.
Yes.
Whew. What a tough fight.
Just as I expected. Just as I expected.
Abandoned shoes, scattered mats, toppled tents, and unfinished mushroom soup? Looks like they left in a hurry.
They mentioned being initially permitted to enter the forest for a brief respite. However, they were suddenly expelled by armed guards in the middle of the night. Just look at the chaos left behind. I arrived when they were fleeing in disarray. There were hardly any young men capable of protecting them. I retired from the army long ago. I came to the Dark Forest looking for someone.
No wonder. Those refugees don't look like they can afford to shell out money and hire a guard.
Well, I have my reasons. How am I supposed to find anyone if there's an exclusion edict? Helping the refugees just happened.
The Thorn Guards used to be different. While they were conservative, many guards risked their lives when hyperfiends were rampant, safeguarding the peace of the forest. But now with the corruption, disturbances in the forest, and Master Eomer's influence, they have become radical to such an extent.
Master, the title of a sage should be reserved for those who make wiser decisions.
Despite being strict, everyone respects Master Eomer as he once led the guards at the forefront against the hyperfiends. The teachings we received from childhood were that wind whisperers heed the forest's whispers, dusk patrollers embrace its goodness, while thorn guards keep the peace. The three factions support and assist each other. As of now, yes.
Let us go! We're only looking for healing. I don't know who you're looking for, but we didn't do anything. Leave us alone!
Hey, did you hear people calling for help?
Could it be that the Thorn Guards are evicting people again?
Hand over those people, Aaron. They must be the ones who kidnapped Damien. And you're protecting them.
They need to be locked up! Lock them up! Lock them up!
These refugees. They're the weak and elderly.
Shine star.
Just as I expected.
Aaron, what are you doing here? Weren't you off on a world tour to sharpen your swordsmanship?
Aaron came back a few days before you. He helped us remove the corrupted roots and tried to persuade the Thorn Guards to lift the exclusion edict. But it appears they won't heed anyone's words.
My apologies. I am Aaron, a swordsman in training.
In training? Oh, please, you haven't changed a bit. Your swordsmanship is second to none in the entire forest.
My old friend, your habit of exaggerating has not changed. Yes, Lawson, Leica and I grew up together. They became apprentices of the two sages, and I left the forest to sharpen my skills.
He's the one who's always muttering, "This isn't the path I'm seeking," or "My sword needs a clearer purpose." Then he ditched Leica and me and went off on his solo quest. Hold on, where are the refugees? Are they hurt?
Take your time. I see. You were trying to get inside for medical help, but those cursed Thorn Guards wanted to arrest you.
Yes! Oh, thank goodness you're humans. I didn't think anyone else had escaped their search. When those wilders came at night, we hid on a small islet across the river, amid the chaos. Then one of the refugees started running a high fever. We had no choice, so we thought we'd sneak into the forest while those guys were on patrol. Then they came back and interrogated us about Damien's whereabouts, as if we had captured a wilder boy.
Damien? Did you just say Damien? He's the reason why I came to the Dark Forest.
Damien is missing, but I don't think the Lightbearer refugees are responsible. The Thorned Guards are too biased to be trusted. I've searched the area before and didn't find anything. How's it going outside the forest?
Not a single trace either.
You're right. Finding Damien is my personal task. These refugees can't be left alone.
Rather than extending a helping hand, the Thorned Guards are forcing them to leave. Don't worry, Mr. Corin. Damien is our friend, and we will find him. Let the Dusk Patrollers escort these refugees back to the campsite. With the patrollers by their side, the Thorned Guards shouldn't trouble them anymore.
Chippy will take care of informing everyone. Chippy can run super fast.
Thank you. This is a message leaf we use for communication. Please take it to Patroller Lena, and she will arrange everything.
Don't you worry. Chippy the Acorn Knight will complete the mission.
Thanks, you two. Where could Damien possibly be?
You're not even worth getting up for. Come out, my servant, and fight for me! Well, victory is deserved.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
This is for research.
My waves of knowledge will crush you!
These results were satisfactory.
Yes, as you command. Now, what seems to be the problem?
This is for research.
Present. Your command? Present. Your command? Silence.
This is for research. These results were satisfactory. Stay back! Corin?
Another victory!
Corin, your arms!
I'm fine. Are you alright?
But you can't move your arms!
I'm not surprised. My arms were already approaching their limit. Making it this far has exceeded my expectations. Be proud of your work, young man.
Corin's arms are, prosthetics I made for him.
It's either life or death on the battlefield. I'm lucky enough to have lived. Losing my arms didn't prevent me from joining the army. After retiring, I encountered Damien, who was out collecting materials.
Your vine arms are one of my greatest creations. The best, of course. Don't worry, Corin. I will make you a new pair of arms when I find the right materials. Rosewood, yew wood, built-in gunpowder, switchblade, you name it, and I will make 5 pairs, no, 10 pairs for you. Because you saved my life.
I can't thank you enough. I'll find a way to repay you.
Ah, are the Thorn Guards gone yet? I had the mechanical rover swerve onto another side road, making a noise to distract them.
Why distract the Thorned Guards searching for you?
For me, they looked really angry and scary. Even I could see trouble when it's running towards me like that. So I kept running, thinking no one would dare to come here. Then I got lost.
Could it be? But that's impossible. The Thorned Guards have attacked and expelled the refugees. But Damien is a wilder. I don't want to admit that my fellow wilders have fallen so far. But now, it seems to be so. Whatever the truth is, the Thorn Guards can exploit Damien's disappearance as an excuse to blame the outsiders. Damien and Leica both live close to Lunador, which serves as the headquarters for the Dusk Patrollers. Most villagers there also advocate for open communication with outsiders. If innocent children like Damien suffer such harm, it would be difficult for the Dusk faction to uphold their belief.
We all know Captain Parissa, leader of the Thorn Guards. She is an excellent mage, always meticulous and responsible. A decent person like her would not suddenly turn around and give such cruel orders. You mean Parissa? Has she really changed? I haven't seen her in a long time since I've been busy investigating and cleansing the corruption.
No wonder the flower has a strange color.
His magic is indeed outstanding, just as Lawson described.
Just admit it. The mage I brought back is more powerful than any you've seen in your years of traveling.
I've only been out in the world for a few years, so of course I haven't seen it all. How can I measure up to him? The magic he wields is indeed extraordinary.
Allow me to interpret for him. What he meant was, "Oh wow, you're amazing." He's not good at giving compliments. You'll get used to him.
You're the talkative one.
Shall we head to Lunador?
We should introduce you to Granny Dani. She would be pleased to know someone is able to destroy the corrupted roots. With her on our side, Master Emir might lift the exclusion edict. Mr. Corin can also have a good rest in the village.
Will they welcome me?
Of course. Villagers of Lunadorf are very nice to outsiders, plus you are my rescuer. Perhaps I can even find materials over there to make your new arms.
Everyone, follow me, please.
sword as a witness.
Time for work again. Time for work again. Time for work again.
You're back! I'm so glad to see Damien all safe and sound. Look who's here! Isn't that Lorson? How long has it been? 2 years? 3? We've missed you.
It's been quite long.
Shani, do you know where Granny Dani is? We would like to introduce her to a new friend.
New friend? You're a light bearer. Wow! Are you really a wilder? We didn't recognize you in your foreign clothes. No outsiders are allowed into the forest at this point. Given that you're a friend of Lyca and Aeron, you must be a big deal. Oh, right! You're here for Master Dani. Unfortunately, she's out of town. First the Thorn Guards, then the Lightbearer mercenaries. Master Dani must be quite distressed.
Well, in that case, we'll have to wait until she comes back.
Corin's arms cannot wait. You guys handle the arguing part. I'm going to figure out how to make new prosthetic arms for Corin.
Do you mind waiting a bit? You could use this chance to wander around Lunadorf. Don't worry, people are friendly to travelers from afar. Mr. Corin could use this as an opportunity to get some rest.
Good question. Curiosity is the first step towards inspiration. And then comes the second step, practice. Hurry, come with me. I've come up with new ideas for the arms. Let's go to the Wise Herb Garden. I want to show you how clever we wilders can be.
Hey, if this isn't Damien. Here to find materials again? Many patrollers were sent out earlier to look for you. Where have you been?
I accidentally ended up at the very depths of the labyrinth. No biggie, I'm back in one piece. Uncle Diane, are there quick vines in the garden? I need them for my new masterpiece.
Certainly. They're in the southwest corner. Water them the way you used to. But hey, try not to use those weird potions for watering again. Last time, things were multiplying like crazy.
Don't worry, I promise I won't this time. Thank you, Uncle Diane. I will go get some quick vines now. Not bad. Let's go with this look for the new prosthetics.
Incredible. Even with such basic materials, they take form simply through cutting and carving.
Yep, I've done it over 100 times while working on the prototype. Besides, look! I handcrafted this crafting table and the wood carvings of the deer spirit behind the house. They're all random creations from my fun experiments.
I never thought I'd see such exquisite craftsmanship in the Dark Forest.
Corin, this is nothing compared to what you did for me. There's more impressive stuff coming up. The processing part is done up to this point. The next steps are a bit tricky, and we'll need to gather some more materials.
Finally! There you are. Master Darnie has just returned and is waiting for you at the Sage's court. Aaron and Leica have already headed there.
Granny's back so soon. I need to finish working on these prosthetic arms. Why don't you go meet her first? I'm not interested in those complicated and dull grown-up matters. They mess with my creative thinking.
Granny, those Lightbearer mercenaries seem to be intentionally stirring up conflict between the Dark Forest and the Lightbearer Empire. The Thorn Guards are acting strangely as well. They sought to intensify the conflict, going as far as chasing Damien into the labyrinth.
On top of everything, they tried to frame the disappearance of Damien on the Lightbearer refugees. If we hadn't arrived in time, the consequences would have been dire. While the Thorn Guards are traditionally conservative, why have they suddenly become so extreme?
Must be Yrmir's idea. After hearing the Thorn Guard's report at the Sages meeting, his stance was very firm. Believing the outsiders had brought corruption to the forest, he implemented the Exclusion Edict. The Thorn Guards were all for his decision. However, Arden and I thought he was too quick to decide, and that's where the disagreement started.
Granny Darnie, did you end up arguing with Master Yrmir?
Argue? I was merciful enough not to turn the meeting into an all-out verbal war. In short, the meeting ended on a sour note. Since then, Yrmir has been avoiding me. Arden went off to explore the Verduso Mountains, with only occasional updates trickling in.
Then I guess it's impossible for you to step in and ask Master Ymir to revoke the order.
Me? I wouldn't have waited this long if that old man was willing to see me. Listen, even the three sages need to weigh and contemplate matters before deciding. Wisdom comes only when we free ourselves from blindly following old beliefs. Oh dear. Come forward. Let me take a closer look at you. Are you the mage who can cleanse the corruption? I left Lunadorf earlier because a new corruption site was discovered nearby. I have to monitor it regularly, just to be safe.
What? The corruption has spread near the village. That's no good. The village will be in serious trouble if the corruption seeps into Lunos Lake.
The little troublemaker has finally grown into a responsible young man. Like I can stop worrying about you now.
Granny?
Oh, to be young again. I'll entrust you youngsters with the task of clearing up the corruption around Lunadorf then. Brion, you stay here. Keep sending Arden messages through the wind and make sure he responds within the day.
Yes, Master Dani.
This is for research. These results were satisfactory. Oh my. Looks like someone needs a little warming up. Oh my. Looks like someone needs a little warming up. Did I burn everything down? Oh well.
Every sword is a witness.
Magister, the corrupted roots here seem odd to Chippy. Chippy just went underground for a quick look and found that the roots beneath are spreading in the southeast direction. Even though there's only a small area visible on the surface, it's pitch black down there, and the roots stretch quite far, like a giant snake.
Chippy, stop! You're giving me the creeps.
Any clues?
To the corrupted area close to the forest entrance? Where the refugee camp is? Chippy can't remember. The roots of that corrupted manafleur in the labyrinth seem to be growing toward the east.
Is there a pattern to this? When I patrolled the forest with the dusk patrollers, we only noticed corruption in the less visited spots. We've dug out the roots before, but since they spread too widely, we could only remove a nearby section to slow down the corruption.
For the time being, let's make a note of these locations first. I have a pen and paper handy.
Granny, he just cleansed the corrupted roots. What do you think? The mage I brought in is quite impressive, right?
He hasn't even said anything, and you're already asking for credit.
Come on, I went all out to find him. There's got to be some credit from me, right?
Alright, friends. Let's not squabble like this in front of Granny Darnie.
You kids are so restless. It'll still be a while before you can stand on your own.
You're back! I've got everything ready for the ceremony. It's the final step in preparing the new prosthetics for Corin. Offering a prayer at the Deer Spirit altar.
Oh, my apologies. We haven't properly introduced you to the deity worshipped in the Dark Forest, have we? We worship the goddess of the earth and the rivers, Misate. Legend has it that whenever the Dark Forest faces calamity, Misate transforms into the deer spirit to guide us. As time passed, we sculptured statues of the deer spirit and set up an altar. On major holidays or when facing crucial decisions, we offer prayers to Misate, asking for divine blessings.
To pray for Misate's blessing, so that Corin's new prosthetics can last for a good while. I took a close look at his previous arms. They lost their vitality due to extended use. It was only after blocking that attack for me that they stopped working completely. Though Misate may not answer my prayer, I figured I should at least try. Well, worry not. I adjusted my design to ensure that they last longer than the previous ones.